Imagine a sensory vacuum. No light, no sound. You can't feel the floor beneath your feet. Then, the absolute darkness is shattered by a single blinding white swing of a massive execution blade. This is the Warden of Silence, and its weapon executes a mechanic known as absolute erasure. The blade doesn't actually cut physical matter like glass or bone. Instead, it permanently deletes the spatial coordinates that the matter occupies. The aftermath is entirely silent. There is no explosion, no debris. Everywhere the blade touches simply ceases to exist, leaving behind a perfect pitch-black scar in reality. This animated diagram shows exactly why standard defenses fail against this attack. Magic fire, thick stone walls, or heavy armor all rely on occupying physical space. By deleting the grid itself, the Warden completely bypasses the physical object sitting on top of it. If you cannot block an attack because it targets the operating system of reality, you have to abandon conventional defense entirely. The only way to survive is to glitch the programming executing the strike. The Warden immediately pins Arjun against a massive chain using an invisible pressure. He is entirely trapped, setting up an unblockable point-blank execution. But then a variable the system didn't account for activates. The Architect's mark on Arjun's hand reacts completely on its own, spreading glowing crimson symbols rapidly across his trapped arm. The system flickers violently. A verification loop appears, stalling the command as it fails to recognize the signature on Arjun's arm. The relentless executioner is forced to freeze mid-swing. The Warden halts. The blade stops inches from its target, leaving the executioner locked in a digital stalemate, while its mirrored face flickers in confusion. The corrupted data isn't coming from Arjun alone. Nearby hangs Player Zero, a veteran who proves that surviving inside the game for extended periods actually rewrites a player's biology. Heavy metal chains dig into his pale flesh, dropping golden blood. Where each drop hits the shattered glass floor, it blooms into radiant white flowers. This impossible biological reaction acts as a secondary glitch. It forces the system to process multiple broken variables at once, splitting the Warden's attention at the worst possible moment. The strain of the mark begins to fracture Arjun's vision. Agony erupts behind his eyes as time itself seems to splinter, forcing him to see overlapping possibilities through a state called dead-eye perception. He sees timelines where he dodges left, right, and backward. Every single standard retreat ends the exact same way, mathematically guaranteeing his total deletion from reality. With retreat eliminated, he makes a counterintuitive calculation. He sprints blindly forward, directly into the executioner's strike zone as the blade crashes down behind him. This wireframe diagram reveals what lies beneath the Warden's white armor, a dense network of internal crimson chains dictating every movement. Isolating the central hub reveals one chain glowing brighter than the rest, the core chain, processing its higher functions. Sliding beneath the giant's legs, Arjun grabs a shattered crystal fragment from the floor and thrusts it directly into that exposed processing center. The glass shatters, but the chain cracks. The entire system breaks catastrophically. The Warden lets out a massive sound, like millions of corrupted files screaming at once, and its mirror face splits down the middle to leak thick black smoke. Bypassing a structurally superior force isn't achieved by matching its raw strength. It requires precisely severing its internal command and control network. Destroying an execution unit's core chain carries heavy collateral damage. It severely destabilizes the localized digital space, causing the entire prison to shake violently. The stone ceiling splits open, revealing a jarring visual contrast. Suspended right above the dark void is a bright, completely mundane modern classroom. It's Earth. His friends sit inside, perfectly still, exactly as the developer promised. Time there is completely frozen, separated from this digital slaughter by a thin veil of reality. But Player Zero notices Arjun looking up. He offers an ominous warning. Prolonged exposure to the game guarantees the world he eventually returns to won't be the exact one he left behind. Shattering the Warden was only a localized victory. The larger containment cell of the game is now rapidly fracturing. The prison's mechanical alarm distorts, signaling the final collapse of the established rules. An unknown external entity is forcing its way in. not through the gates, but by tearing through reality itself. The darkness rips open like paper. Stepping through is the faceless witch, her cosmic hood filled with glowing, spinning galaxies. As the warden begins to recover in the background, she extends a pale hand. She offers an immediate, completely unknown route of escape from the collapsing void. In all past encounters, taking her hand caused the system to scream with bright red warning prompts. Now, there is no text. There are no warnings, just pure silence. Surviving outside the game requires evolving past its rigid guidance. To move forward, he must step into the void and take on the terrifying responsibility of an entirely unguided choice.